The thunder of roaring engines echoed through the quiet mountain road when out of nowhere, a tiny figure stumbled from the woods. Barefoot, trembling, her cheeks streaked with tears and dirt. The bikers hit their brakes, tires screeching. The little girl couldn't have been more than 7. Her voice cracked as she cried out, "Please, please save my mom." For a moment, the world froze. Even the engines seemed to fall silent. If you're new to Exposed Tales, don't forget to like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe. Because what happened next will restore your faith in humanity. Leader of the biker group known as Raven pulled off his helmet. His dark hair spilled over his shoulders, a scar running down his jaw. His reputation wasn't gentle. He led the Iron Hawks, a group most towns feared. But as he knelt down to the little girl's level, his expression softened. "Hey, kid," he said in a calm, gravelly tone. "What's going on? Where's your mom?" The girl, whose name was Lily, hiccuped through sobs. As some bad men, they took her. They pushed her into a van. I tried to follow, but they hit me and I ran. I didn't know who else to find. Raven's heart clenched. Behind him, his crew exchanged uneasy looks. They were rough men, tattooed, scarred, but every single one of them had a code: never ignore a cry for help. Raven stood up, glancing at the road ahead that disappeared into the pine forest. "Show me where they went." Lily pointed toward a dirt trail leading deeper into the woods. Without hesitation, Raven barked orders. "Blaze tank with me. Rest of you block the exits down the valley. No one leaves until I say." Engines roared back to life, and the little girl climbed onto the back of Raven's massive Harley. Her small hands gripped his jacket as they sped into the dark woods, her hair whipping in the wind. Fear and hope tangled together. The forest swallowed the light as they rode. Raven's instincts were sharp. He could tell they were chasing something real. Tire marks cut through the mud ahead. He motioned to Tank to stop, got off the bike, and crouched beside them. "They can't be far," he muttered. "These tracks are fresh." Suddenly, Blaze raised a hand. "Hear that?" From a distance came a muffled scream, faint but unmistakable. Lily gasped. "That's my mom." Raven's jaw tightened. He revved his bike and tore through the path, following the sound. Within minutes, they reached an old abandoned cabin. The van was parked outside, doors open. Raven killed the engine. "Stay here," he told Lily gently. "We'll bring her back." But Lily shook her head fiercely, her eyes blazing through her tears. "I'm not leaving her again." Something about that determination, that pure, terrified love, struck him hard. He nodded. "Stay close, little one." Inside the cabin, dim light flickered from a broken lantern. Raven signaled his crew to spread out. They moved like shadows. Voices came from the next room. 2 men arguing. "She's not gonna talk. We should just leave her here." "Not till I get what I came for," the other snarled. Raven's blood boiled. He stepped into the doorway, his boots thudding on the creaking floor. "You boys picked the wrong woman to mess with." The kidnappers turned, shock painted on their faces as they saw 3 heavily built bikers blocking their only exit. One of them tried to pull a gun, but Blaze kicked it away before he could aim. The fight that followed was brutal and fast. Fists met flesh, wood splintered, and the lantern crashed to the floor. Raven pinned one man down, fury burning in his eyes. "Where's the woman?" he growled. The man stammered, pointing toward a small storage room. Raven shoved him aside and rushed in, and there she was. A woman in her 30s, hands tied, bruised but alive. Her eyes widened when she saw Lily peek through the doorway. "Mom!" Lily ran into her arms, sobbing uncontrollably. "I thought I lost you." Her mother clutched her tight. "No, baby. I'm here. I'm right here." Raven turned away for a moment, letting them have that moment of reunion. Even a man like him, hardened by years of violence and loss, felt something warm and heavy stir in his chest. By the time the police arrived, the kidnappers were tied up outside like trash waiting for collection. The officers who pulled up recognized Raven and his crew instantly. One of them sighed. "You again?" Raven smirked. "Yeah, well, we just saved 2 lives. Maybe put that in your report for once." The officer looked at Lily, who was holding her mom's hand. "Is that true?" Lily nodded. "They're heroes." The officer smiled faintly. "Then I guess today, you're the good guys." Raven turned to Lily and knelt beside her again. "You're brave, kid. You didn't give up." She smiled weakly. "You didn't either." Raven pulled a small, worn patch from his vest, the emblem of the Iron Hawks, and handed it to her. "You ever get scared again, You hold on to this. It means you've got people who'll always ride for you. Lily's small fingers closed around it. Thank you. As the ambulance pulled away, Raven watched the mother and daughter wave through the back window. Blaze walked up beside him. You getting soft, boss? Raven chuckled. Maybe. But that little girl reminded me why we started this crew, to protect the ones no one else does. He put on his helmet and mounted his Harley. Come on, boys. Let's ride. Engines thundered once more, echoing through the valley like a promise that even in a world full of danger and darkness, there are still those who'll stop for a cry for help. Before we wrap up, if this story touched your heart, hit that like button, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to Exposed Tales for more powerful, real-feeling stories that remind us what humanity is really about. That night, Lily's mother told the police how the men had been following her for weeks. But if not for that chance encounter with the Iron Hawks, she might never have made it out alive. The story spread through town, and for the first time, people looked at the bikers not with fear, but with respect. And as for Raven, he never admitted it to anyone, but he rode back to that forest every now and then, maybe to remember, maybe to make sure no one else was left behind. Because sometimes heroes don't wear badges or suits. Sometimes they wear leather jackets, ride roaring machines, and stop when a little girl cries for help.